Ever wondered why we love to be scared? Why horror movies have such a chilling allure? It's a fascinating dance between our minds and emotions. The sheer thrill of fear, the heart-pounding adrenaline rush, all experienced from the safe distance that cinema provides. We submerge ourselves into these terrifying tales, knowing we're secure, yet allowing our senses to be swayed. It's a paradox, isn't it? The pleasure in the panic. Today we dive into the abyss of the cinematic world to uncover the top 10 best horror movies of all time. Starting off our countdown at number 10 is The Babadook. This Australian psychological horror flick weaves an eerie tale of a grieving widow and her son, who are terrorized by a nightmarish entity that springs from a chilling children's book. What sets The Babadook apart is its unique blend of psychological terror and supernatural horror. It skillfully uses the monster as a metaphor for grief, making it a poignant exploration of loss and mental health. The scares are delivered with a subtlety that leaves you with an unsettling, lingering dread rather than relying on cheap jump scares. The performances, especially by Essie Davis, are compelling, and the atmospheric cinematography enhances the eerie, claustrophobic feel of the movie. Its mastery in blending real-life horrors with supernatural elements has earned it a cult following and a secure spot in our top 10. The Babadook, a haunting tale that will leave you checking your closets for weeks. At number 9 we have the unforgettable classic, The Exorcist. Released in 1973, this film sent shockwaves through the horror genre, its haunting depiction of demonic possession leaving audiences sleepless for nights on end. The story of a 12-year-old girl possessed by a malevolent entity, and the two priests battling to save her soul, was a chilling divergence from the more traditional horror narratives of the time. The Exorcist's terrifying portrayal of possession was not just a plot device, but an exploration of the darker side of human nature, a theme that resonates with audiences even today. Its enduring legacy is evident in the countless films and series that have borrowed from its narrative, attempting to recreate its chilling atmosphere and shocking twists. The film's impact on the genre is immeasurable, its provocative themes and chilling narrative setting a benchmark for horror that remains largely unrivaled. The Exorcist, a movie that redefined the horror genre with its spine-chilling narrative. Claiming the 8th spot is the masterpiece from Stanley Kubrick, The Shining. There's something unsettling and eerily captivating about this film that has kept audiences on the edge of their seats for decades. The iconic moments are etched into the collective consciousness of horror lovers everywhere. Who could forget the spine-chilling red drum scene, or the haunting vision of the twins in the hotel hallway? The film's psychological horror aspects are a masterstroke. It delves deep into the human mind, revealing the horrors that can lurk within. The descent into madness of Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson, is a terrifying spectacle that leaves viewers questioning their own sanity. The unforgettable performances are a key part of what makes this film so impactful. Nicholson's portrayal of a man losing his grip on reality is alarmingly believable, while Shelley Duvall's portrayal of his terrified wife is heart-wrenching. The Shining, a chilling journey into the mind's darkest corners. Coming in at number 7 is the modern horror gem, A Quiet Place. This film takes an innovative approach to horror, leveraging the power of silence to create a terrifying atmosphere. Unlike its contemporaries, A Quiet Place uses sound, or rather the lack of it, as a character in itself. The story, set in a post-apocalyptic world, follows a family struggling to survive in silence to avoid attracting deadly creatures that hunt by sound. The narrative is gripping, filled with suspense, and each moment is a testament to the brilliance of the script and the performances. The director, John Krasinski, expertly crafts a chilling world where the smallest sound can mean certain death, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. The suspense is built not through jump scares, but through the constant, almost unbearable tension of silence. A Quiet Place, a testament to the power of silence in horror. At number 6 we have the slasher film that started it all, Halloween. This cinematic masterpiece, released in the late 70s, forever altered the landscape of horror. It was a pioneer that marked a turning point, ushering in a new era of visceral fear, and setting the stage for the countless slasher films that followed. The film's antagonist, Michael Myers, is a villain who has burrowed deep into our collective psyche. His silent, relentless pursuit of his victims has become an enduring symbol of terror. With his iconic mask and chilling theme music, Myers is a figure that has transcended the screen to become a staple of pop culture. Halloween didn't just scare us, it changed us. It changed how we view horror, how we perceive fear, and how we celebrate the spookiest night of the year. It's a testament to the power of storytelling. Halloween, the film that made us fear the night. Securing the fifth spot is the supernatural thriller, The Conjuring. This film is a testament to the power of storytelling, intertwining traditional scare tactics with a narrative that grips you from beginning to end. The film's directors, the Wan brothers, artfully deployed classic horror elements like dark corners, creaking doors, and objects moving mysteriously to create an atmosphere of dread that lingers long after the credits roll. But The Conjuring is much more than a collection of well-executed scares. It's a story about family, about faith, and about the terrifying power of the unseen. Its success lies in its ability to make us question what lurks in the shadows, to make us fear the quiet corners of our own homes. It's a film that has left a lasting impact on the horror genre, pushing the boundaries of what supernatural horror can be. The Conjuring, a film that reminds us that sometimes the unseen is the most terrifying. Coming in at number 4 is Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece, Psycho. This film broke the mold in 1960 with its daring narrative structure. Hitchcock toyed with audience expectations by introducing us to the protagonist, Marion Crane, only to unceremoniously kill her off halfway through the movie. This shocking twist left audiences reeling and set the stage for many narrative surprises in horror to come. Psycho also brought us the infamous shower scene, a moment of cinematic terror that's been etched into our collective memory. Hitchcock's masterful use of editing and sound design created an unforgettable sense of dread, proving that less can indeed be more when it comes to horror. The film's impact on the genre can't be overstated. It paved the way for a new kind of horror, one that wasn't afraid to delve into the psychological and the macabre. Psycho, the film that proved horror can be high art. Taking the third spot is the groundbreaking horror film, Get Out. The brainchild of Jordan Peele, this film has left an indelible mark on the genre by masterfully blending horror with biting social commentary. The story follows Chris, a young African-American man who uncovers a terrifying secret when he meets his white girlfriend's family for the first time. Get Out is not your typical horror flick. It's a suspenseful thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding as the plot twists and turns. It's a film that uses the genre to peel back the layers of modern society, exposing the often hidden undercurrents of racism and classism. The impact of Get Out on the horror genre cannot be overstated. It's a game changer, a film that has redefined what horror can be and what it can say about the world we live in. Get Out, a film that uses horror to hold up a mirror to society. Our runner-up is the terrifying The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This film is a masterclass in raw and visceral horror. It's not just the blood and gore that's chilling, it's the relentless tension and sense of dread that pervades every scene. The film's antagonist, the fearsome Leatherface, is a character that haunts the nightmares of viewers even decades after the movie's release. With his grotesque mask and his eponymous chainsaw, he is a symbol of unadulterated terror. But it's not just the scares that make this film stand out. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre has had an undeniable influence on the horror genre. It introduced elements of brutality and realism that have since become staples in horror cinema. It's a film that's not afraid to push the envelope, to shock and disturb, to confront viewers with their deepest fears. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a film that pushes the boundaries of horror. And finally, at number 1, we have the unforgettable The Silence of the Lambs. This film redefined the boundaries of horror by seamlessly blending elements of psychological terror with the intrigue of a crime thriller. Its chilling narrative is brought to life by masterful performances that continue to echo in our minds. Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of Dr. Hannibal Lecter remains one of the most chilling performances ever witnessed on the silver screen. Jodie Foster's courageous depiction of Clarice Starling, a young FBI trainee, isn't just inspiring, but also a testament to the strength of character. It's their electrifying on-screen chemistry that makes this film a standout in the horror genre. The Silence of the Lambs is not just a film, it's a haunting exploration of the human psyche that has left an indelible mark on the landscape of horror cinema. Its influence can be seen in a myriad of films that followed, shaping the genre for years to come. The Silence of the Lambs, a film that continues to haunt us decades after its release. And there you have it, our top 10 best horror movies of all time. From the chilling narrative of The Babadook to the nerve-wracking suspense in A Quiet Place, all the way to the classic terror of The Exorcist, we've journeyed through a diverse array of frightful films that have left us breathless, thrilled, and of course a little scared. Now we'd love to hear about your favorite horror movies. Remember, in the world of horror, the only limit is your imagination. Sleep tight.